All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome in. We're going to call the meeting to order. We'll start with our roll call. Here.
Here. Here. Here. Here.
All right, if you'd please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silence.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Moving on to approval of tonight's agenda. Do you have a motion?
Motion. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
And approval of the minutes from the April 9th meeting.
Motion.
Second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right, and we will move on to the superintendent's report. Dr. Sprout.
Okay, thank you, President Abeg. Governing board members, tonight we are celebrating our 1,157 staff members, all of them educators, who inspire, encourage, and support and empower our students daily. Their passion, creativity, and dedication make a lasting impact both in the classroom and in support of all that happens in our classrooms. So on this Staff Appreciation Week, we say thank you to all of our staff for all that they do for our students, our community, for each other, and for Levine. So a round of applause for our staff. On May 1st, we proudly recognized and celebrated the dedicated leaders who guide our schools, support our staff, and inspire our students each and every day. Great schools don't happen by chance. They are built through the vision, heart, and leadership of incredible principals. Please join us in giving a heartfelt thank you to our amazing principals of the Levine School District. We now have 10 principals of 10 schools, and will our principals please stand to be recognized? We have a retirement. And for those of you who have had the pleasure of working with Lori Ramirez Jaquez, you know how fortunate the Levine School District has been to have her as a teacher and coach over the past 14 years. Her commitment to education and passion for supporting our English language learners shine through in everything she does. We are deeply grateful for her contributions and for the energy and enthusiasm she brings to work each day. Lori has truly made a lasting impact on our schools and our community, and please join me in congratulating Lori on her well-deserved retirement and wishing her all the best in this next chapter. Lori, would you please come forward? If any time during the evening you have a family member that is up here, feel free to come up and get a picture as well. We will be missing Lori, but we have plenty of Haka's family members that will still be around. So let's hear the whole row there is employed by our district. So yeah. We are excited to share that Julie Armstrong Starkey, our Community Engagement Coordinator, has been named the 2026 School Connect School Champion of the Year. This is a statewide award that recognizes an individual who builds strong, trusting relationships between schools and the community. Whether she's connecting schools with community partners, supporting principals, or celebrating others, Julie leads with heart, purpose, and authenticity. We are incredibly proud of Julie and grateful for the passion and care she brings to her work each and every day. Congratulations, Julie, and we're going to make her come forward because that is just what she... The 2026 Levine Legends event, hosted by the Levine Education Foundation, was a tremendous success, bringing together community partners, staff, and supporters for an evening of celebration and recognition. This year, we proudly welcomed 10 new Levine Legends and introduced 3 new district-level awards, further highlighting the incredible people who make a difference in our schools and community. Thanks to the generosity of our attendees, sponsors, and donors, the event raised more than $19,000 for the Levine Education Foundation. These funds directly support student scholarships, helping Levine students continue their educational journeys beyond our district. More to come on that in just a moment. Thank you to everyone who helped make this special evening such a success. And thanks to the incredible generosity of our community and events like Levine Legends, our Winter Festival, we'll talk about a golf tournament, the generosity of our employees, the Levine Education Foundation continues to open doors for students long after they leave the school district. Each year, the Levine Education Foundation invests in the future by awarding post-secondary scholarships to students who were promoted from 8th grade in our district. This year, we are proud to support 7 Levine alumni as they pursue their dreams at colleges and universities across the country, proof that the impact of our community extends far beyond the classroom. So I'm going to call these students up, former students, and we will recognize them. So she will be attending ASU, Go Devils, majoring in criminology and criminal justice, Melanie Banuelos. Attending Grand Canyon University, majoring in history, Wesley Buettner. She is not able to be here tonight, but she will be attending the University of Arizona, majoring in mathematics, Madeline Brotherton. And she's actually getting a big award tonight in recognition at her high school. So, nice. He will be attending Columbia University in New York City, majoring in biomedical engineering, Aaron Kokumo. This one is a special one for us because it's one of our staff members who is currently an instructional associate working with an individual student at Rogers Ranch, and she is majoring in education at GCU, Samantha Ochoa. Heading to Northern Arizona University, majoring in kinesiology, Haley Sneed. And going to the University of Arizona to major in biology, Miklite Tadas. I told them that they would not have to say anything, but I just realized we have not heard where you went to school, where were you promoted from in our district. So we'll just go from left to right. What school did you attend in 8th grade?
Paseo Point Dual Language Academy.
All right.
Trailside Point.
Elementary.
Levine Elementary, okay.
Levine Elementary. One more, wait. Hold on. Keep smiling.
One more. Are you coming up? Okay. And her student that she Samantha works with. And her teacher. We currently have 21 students on scholarship, and we will be adding these 7. And by my calculations, we have 3 that are getting ready to graduate or have just graduated. I haven't touched base with them yet, so very excited. And again, thank you to our community for supporting the Levine Education Foundation. Last night, we hosted our annual Science and Engineering Fair, showcasing the creativity, curiosity, and innovation of our students. Judges carefully reviewed outstanding projects and selected first, second, and third place winners from each grade level in grades 5 through 8, recognizing the hard work and excellence demonstrated by our young scientists and engineers. This room was filled with students who won from their school, and their parents. It was a wonderful evening. And then what we did was we selected the top projects from each grade level, and those students are here tonight. And first, in 5th grade, we have Anders Wadwa from Visabel In 6th grade, from Rogers Ranch STEM Academy, Elowen Orto, Elena Flores, and Aria Campbell. Here they come. Our next student, Mia Paul, was the 7th grade winner and also the overall winner for the entire school district. So Mia Paul. And from 8th grade, Trailside Point Performing Arts Academy, Aiden Morales and Jaron Payne. April 9th was a big day for the Estrella Foothills Global Academy Athletics Program, with EFGA winning both girls basketball and flag football. We would like to recognize the EFGA Athletic Director, Aldo Robles, for his outstanding leadership and unwavering support of these successful programs. So Aldo, if you'd please come forward. Aldo will stay up here as we recognize our girls basketball team first. So EFGA completed an undefeated season with an impressive victory. The team was led by coaches David Acosta and Eugene Thompson, if they would please come forward, with captains, student captains, Mia Acosta and Alina Acosta guiding the way. And Mia and Alina, would you please come forward as well? Mia is in Costa Rica right now, so,
Rough.
yeah.
All right, are we ready? We're gonna take 3 photos. Here we go, in 3, 2, 1, in 3, 2, 1, last one, in 3, 2, 1. Thank you. Anybody want
On that same day at the David Glasser Complex, EFGA continued its dominance as the flag football team rallied to capture the championship under the leadership of coaches Travis Cutright, Jackson Schneider, and Andrew Zimbruski. If you would please come forward. With captains Angelo Hernandez, Jason Sosa Beltran, Jacob de los Santos, and Jaden Ruiz leading the charge. Gentlemen, please come forward.
Okay, and we're gonna go in 3, 2, 1, again in 3, 2, 1, last one in 3, 2, 1. I could see.
Hold on, we got one more parent that needs to take a picture.
Jacob, say cheese. Oh, thank you. Good job.
It's been another incredible season of the Superintendent's Math All-Stars, and it's come to a close with our 3rd and 4th grade students achieving an outstanding 1,543,612 minutes of extra math practice, nearly 500,000 more minutes than last year. Paseo Point Dual Language Academy led the way, earning the championship trophy with more than 280,000 minutes, while Levine Elementary was recognized as the most improved with an impressive increase of over 250,000 minutes. We also celebrated the exciting first year of the Reading Superheroes Club, where our 2nd graders logged an outstanding 786,842 minutes of reading. Rogers Ranch claimed the title. in a thrilling finish, edging out Desert Meadows by just 466 minutes. Thank you to Core Construction for sponsoring prizes and swag, and congratulations to all of our club champions joining us tonight. Your dedication, effort, and love of learning continue to raise the bar for what's possible. Tonight, we are pleased to recognize our top 2 students in the district. So for the Math All-Stars, we have Ethan Guan from EFGA, who completed 13,471 minutes. And our Reading Superheroes champion, Yasmin Sanchez from MC Cash, completing 11,613 minutes.
Okay, and we're gonna go in 3, 2, 1. Again in 3, 2, 1. And you can do that 1 and 3, 2. Wait, don't move.
Last Friday, we celebrated our incredible lunch heroes across the Levine School District. From early mornings to busy lunch periods, our cafeteria teams go above and beyond each day to prepare nutritious meals and serve students with kindness and care. Their dedication helps keep our students fueled, focused, and ready to learn, and their impact is felt far beyond the cafeteria. We are proud to say that we have the best child nutrition team in the state. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you. PE teachers Justine Woods and Matt Washburn at Rogers Ranch STEM Academy were recently awarded the AZPE grant, recognizing their commitment to enhancing student engagement through high-quality physical education. This grant supports innovative programs by funding equipment that promotes active, inclusive learning experiences for all students. Congratulations to the ranch. EFGA students brought energy, pride, and global spirit to life during this year's annual EFGA Olympics. Each class represented a country from their hallway's designated continent, fully embracing the experience by dressing in team colors, creating flags, and cheering on their classmates throughout each Olympic event. This beloved tradition goes far beyond friendly competition. It's a powerful celebration of global learning, teamwork, sportsmanship, and communication. Through the EFGA Olympics, students actively demonstrated all 10 IB learner profile traits, making this event a meaningful and memorable showcase of who they are as learners and leaders. Trailside Point Performing Arts Academy is proud to host the Levine Gifted Family Game Night on April 16th, welcoming more than 150 attendees for an evening of connection, collaboration, and fun. Families came together to engage in challenging, thought-provoking games that sparked critical thinking and meaningful interaction. This event was a wonderful reflection of our community's commitment to learning and connection. Thank you to all who participated and helped make the night a huge success. The South Mountain Levine Chamber of Commerce hosted its second annual golf tournament, and once again, the event was a tremendous success, selling out completely. On April 17th, 117 golfers and community partners filled Aguila Golf Course. Thanks to this incredible support, the Levine Education Foundation again will benefit with over $29,000 in proceeds from this one-day event. You can see a foursome there, and there was definitely a weak link in that group. Second from the left. Desert Meadows hosted its annual Science and Coding Night on Wednesday, April 22nd. Families filled the campus as students from pre-K through 8th grade showcased their innovative science and engineering projects. The evening was packed with excitement from hands-on experiences with 3D pens and interactive coding stations in the gym to fascinating microscope explorations and a special visit from Maricopa County's Stormwater Quality Program. And we will hear more from Desert Meadows in just a little bit. On Monday, April 6th, National Junior Honor Society students from Paseo Point Dual Language Academy had the opportunity to visit Grand Canyon University for an inspiring Thunder Vision experience. Students explored the campus, connected with college students, and witnessed campus life in action while gaining valuable insight into what it takes to prepare for higher education. Last week, we began our training of administrators, coaches, and teachers in our new ELA curriculum that we will be implementing called Arts and Letters. We are preparing for next year, and it's an exciting shift in teaching, reading, and writing. And we greatly appreciate all of the efforts of our staff as we implement this program going into next year. Join us for a summer of fun, learning, and adventure at Kids Club Summer Summer Camp, running May 26th through July 24th from 6:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. at Desert Meadows School. This exciting program is open to children ages 4 through 12 and packed with activities designed to keep kids active, engaged, and smiling all summer long. We have an incredible Kids Club program. And now we will recognize our Employees of the Month. We will start with our Classified Employee of the Month, Alondra Cruz. Alondra Cruz, our receptionist at Trailside Point Performing Arts Academy, creates a welcoming environment for our students and their families. As the first face visitors see when they enter the front office, she greets everyone with kindness, patience, and a genuine willingness to help, leaving a positive and lasting impression on each person she meets. Students at Trailside Point know they can count on Ms. Cruz as she consistently shows compassion, attentiveness, and care in every interaction. Her strong work ethic and dedication are never unnoticed as she continually goes above and beyond in everything she does. Thank you, Ms. Cruz, for being an invaluable member of the Trailside community and for sharing your positivity with everyone you encounter. Alondra Cruz, receptionist at Trailside Point Performing Arts Academy.
Good evening. I'm Mrs. Tatum, the proud principal at Trailside Point. I'm honored to recognize Alondra today. As the very first person everyone sees when they walk into Trailside, Alondra sets the tone for our entire community. She greets everyone with kindness, positivity, and genuine care, making staff, families, and visitors feel welcomed and supported from the moment they arrive. What truly makes Alondra stand out is the way she consistently goes above and beyond. She notices the little details that are often missed during the busy day and steps in whenever she is needed without hesitation. She has also taken the initiative to learn other office responsibilities so that she can better support her team and help ensure things run smoothly. Alondra's dedication, teamwork, and positive spirit make a lasting impact on all of us, especially me. Thank you, Alondra.
Our certified employee of the month is school counselor Jasmine Tate from Levine Elementary School. Ms. Tate exemplifies what it means to create a safe, supporting space for students. The best counselors foster a therapeutic, empathetic, and non-judgmental environment, and Ms. Tate does that and so much more. She is truly exceptional at building trust, helping students feel safe discussing even the most difficult topics, knowing they will be met with acceptance, understanding, and encouragement. Ms. Tate empowers students by helping them develop the tools they need for social, emotional, behavior, and academic growth. She provides support while encouraging independence, ensuring students build confidence and resilience. Thank you, Ms. Tate, for your care, dedication, and excellence you bring to the students at Levine Elementary School and the staff as well each day. Our certified employee of the month, school counselor Jasmine Tate.
Hi, I'm Melissa Garcia. I'm the principal of Levine Elementary School, and something that I want to share is that Levine Elementary really believes that all means all, meaning that all of our students, regardless of their ability, background, and circumstances, are capable of success. And our counselor, Jasmine, where'd she go? Really embodies that mindset every single day on our campus. She is truly student-centered in her approach to everything. On a daily basis, you can find Jasmine balancing many tasks, anywhere from supporting a crisis situation to facilitating a student mediation, participating in a parent meeting, organizing middle school, high school trips, college campus trips. She supports our advisory program. Sometimes she runs buckets of water back and forth during water day. She really, truly, truly does it all. We are so lucky and we are so grateful to have her, and this is very well deserved.
Wanted to go over a few upcoming events that we have. Next Tuesday, MC Cash will have their A+++ assembly. So congratulations again to MC Cash, our first school in the district to earn this award 3 times. Yeah. That was our assistant principal back then, MC Cash. Tuesday, May 19th, 1 week later, we will be having all of our 8th grade promotions. Last day of school on Wednesday, May 20th. Then we will take a short break and then head into summer school. And then our next governing board meeting, which will not have quite as many people here, will be on June 11th. So we took care of a lot of celebration tonight. We have one more exciting feature of our evening, and that is, other than our business portion, which is always very exciting, but we have, as we wrap up the superintendent's report, a classroom spotlight with Desert Meadows School, and for that we will introduce Principal Natasha Perez.
Good evening, Governing Board Abeg, Governing Board members, and Dr. Spout. I am Natasha Perez, one of the principals at Desert Meadows Elementary School. Tonight, we are proud to spotlight the intersection of math, literacy, and technology in our 8th grade wing. Before we dive into the technology, I want to take a moment to thank Ms. Hedrick and our incredible art students for their amazing artwork on the walls. To the casual observer, this may look like play, but Mr. Wassi is leading our students through brick filming, a rigorous animation technique where students physically manipulate figures in tiny increments between individually photographed frames. When played in a sequence, it creates the optical illusion of movement, turning a pile of bricks into a cinematic narrative. 2 years ago, we began the intentional implementation of the Association for Middle Level Education Best Practices. We focused on creating a school environment that is developmentally responsive and academically challenging for our young adolescents. This year, because of that hard work, we were officially recognized as an AMLE school to watch. This class is a direct application of the AMLE best practices. By emphasizing active learning, we empower students to lead their own discovery. Students are empowered to create projects that reflect their personal identities and lived experiences. This class breaks down the traditional silos between subjects, seemingly integrating ELA and math into content that is relevant to their interests and futures. Curriculum integration begins with literacy, where students transition from animators to multi-modal authors. By analyzing reading standards, students deconstruct the mechanics of plot, examining how a story unfolds through a series of episodes. They don't just move characters, they build narrative stakes by creating conflict, resolution, and dialogue that must remain consistent with the scene's tone and the character's evolution. To ground this in technical writing, students utilize writing standards to draft well-structured event sequences. Mathematics comes to life in Mr. Wassi's class. Students tackle high-level rigor by applying ratio reasoning to determine industry timing standards, calculating exactly how many frames are required to breathe life into a single second of film. They don't just move pieces, they engineer movement using geometric transformations, precisely translating and rotating objects across a 3D coordinate space. This is also in line with our ISTE's creative communicator standards. Our students use these technical foundations to find their voice. By mastering the how of the math, they gain the freedom to express the why of their stories, creating professional grade media that speaks for itself. In Mr. Wassi's class, students sharpen their critical thinking and problem-solving skills by deconstructing grand creative visions into granular actionable details. When a sequence fails to develop as planned, students must reverse engineer the issue to identify the root cause. Students must maintain a strict chronological order, thinking several steps ahead while retaining a memory of previous frames, often moving a character just a single millimeter at a time to ensure fluid motion. Whether a light shifts or a frame is misaligned, students must identify the glitch and pivot. This teaches them to troubleshoot in real time, whether that means adjusting a character's trajectory or recalibrating the video speeds. The sheer scale of the engineering involved in this process is staggering. To produce a single 60-second film in the industry standard, a student must execute 720 individual micro movements. Students are essentially following in the footsteps of the cinematic pioneers. They use the same painstaking techniques utilized to bring masterpieces to life, such as the details in Coraline, the narrative complexity of The Nightmare Before Christmas, and the physical comedy of Chicken Run. I'd like to pause here and let the work speak for itself. Let's take a look at a 30-second clip produced by our students.
Oh yay, I'm gonna go get food.
Okay.
What's that on your arm?
A bite.
A bite for what?
Finally, I'm so glad I'm not dead. Look, it's a bite. It's from a wolf.
Oh!
All right, let's go sit down. Okay. How was your day?
It was okay.
All right, now comes the challenge. We've brought some of our students with us tonight. Tonight we have with us Ethan Mendoza Martinez. Want to stand up? We have Dylan Stokesbury. David Chapman, Daniel Castillo Caballero, Lawrence Ford, Khalil Nestor, and Reyes Bayona, and George Oliva. They will now take all of you through how to create your own stop motion video using images. Go ahead, guys.
Hi, I'm Jill. Hey, how are you? Nathan, you ready? Nice to meet you, sweetie. All right, what are we gonna do?
So, doesn't matter what
Yes.
and I'll walk you through
Okay.
how to animate like over you're walking.
Okay.
I can get the sun to stand. Okay. To make it first,
Okay.
so first, take the middle these way. And I'll start them at the ends.
Is that okay? Okay.
The green one. So first, no, take a picture of that. Take a picture.
And
Now,
if you want to like
you want to ask me to put this in the
so you can
So first we take this photo.
oh yeah.
Yeah. So first you're gonna want to put his.
And then you're gonna move one of like sport.
You should put one leg. It doesn't matter.
So do I go like right here or do I go past it? Yeah, that's good.
In the same spot?
Okay, now you might notice that you can see like a faint image of the last one. It's called I'll show you. Okay, what you did on the last one.
Oh, so he's standing there? Oh,
Now,
my
put
hand.
his left foot more into the next step. And we're gonna put he's not doing that much.
Now the third step. If you want, you can change it like the arms, like if they're
Yep.
Now we take the next one. Alright, so now you can take it and start straight.
and then if you want, you can cover your tattoo first. Look like a walking for all the way. And then just a little bit move of the knee,
Photo.
leg,
Now,
and
you started with his left leg, so now we'll take to the wall.
what do you want to do after this?
Maybe sit down.
Okay, so and then a little more. First, you're gonna make him lean like backwards, like make him the front part like move forward, bend him forward,
And then forward.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Like the last step, you step more into the little more.
If you want to watch it, see a picture of your photo, make us play.
We'll go over to
Then you keep doing it.
Not too bad. You did it pretty good?
I'll tell you the first step. This time it's
Oh, stop.
Not that good.
You're teaching me, so you must do really well.
It's really important for the arm.
Okay, yes. So is it kind of back in that?
It's gonna take a while, but I can. Okay. So then.
And then,
Oh, that's right. Now I need to. This part.
you can't, can you, he wouldn't stay. Like, he would almost do this, but he won't stay without you holding him. That's cool.
It doesn't look right, then I know something.
You can make him wave better. So take a picture of him like that, and then turn his
I like it, but I
a little bit, yeah.
so you could upgrade the frame rate and make it high
And then.
7.
Make the arm go.
So now it'll go like a little faster.
So then you can kind of see how it's moving
So
already.
we don't want to move too fast because we go to something like 12. And we only have 11 frames.
Better if it works.
So Good notes.
You do this at home too? Or you said 3D printing when we started. You like to do that?
If she sees like a little too fast,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Press the circle. Oh, this one right here, the dial. So is that less frames or more frames?
Oh, I see. Okay, so the shadows, and you couldn't see where it was. Oh, how cool. That's really great. I had no idea.
Okay, so it was a little bit slower.
Do you live in the Desert Meadows neighborhood?
That's right. Yeah.
That's really cool. So cool. Nice work. I think they'll take a picture with you. No, let me see yours. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, you're taking these back? Yeah. I love that little guy. It's cool. Yeah. I guess I didn't know like how.
Thank you all very much. Are there any questions about the class or the presentation? Thank you guys very much, and we appreciate you following along with that.
All night.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Students, would you please come forward and we can get a picture with you?
That's so cool. I love that. I liked last year when they did the. Were you here when they did the drones? I'm pretty sure they did drones last year. Were you here at the last meeting of last year? Wait, when you were here? Guys, so interesting. Good work.
Before we take a break, we'd like to say again, thank you to our students and staff at Desert Meadow School. So let's give them a round of applause. Desert Meadows parents who are here tonight and family and friends, thank you for your support as well. Tonight we've had a lot of family members here that have supported people that have been recognized up here, from students to retirees. And so we thank everyone that's here that has come alongside the folks that got recognized tonight. So let's give them a round of applause as well. And that concludes the superintendent's report.
Thank you, Dr. Sprout, and thank you again, Desert Meadows, for being here. You guys did a great job. That was so fun and a fun way to end our year of classroom spotlights. And parents should be so proud. They did a great job explaining that, and so confident and well-spoken. And what a cool program to be able to integrate so many different areas of the curriculum into something practical, and that does let them show their interests. And I really appreciate you guys bringing here and doing that tonight. Thank you to all of you who came here to celebrate with us. We have a lot of things to celebrate here in Levine, and I'm grateful that all of you got to be here to see that this evening. We are going to take a break before moving on to our business portion. You're welcome to stay for the business or go enjoy the evenings with your family. So Have a good evening. Okay. Yeah. Here we go. Moving on to our revised budget number 1 presentation. I'm guessing that's Charlie. Let's see it.
All right, good evening, President Abeg, members of the board, and Dr. Sprout. I have a brief presentation tonight on our first and only budget revision for fiscal year 2026. I'll start with a little bit of background, and our budget for this school year started way back in June of 2025 when we first proposed our budget. We then adopted the budget about a month later in July, and the budget that was proposed and adopted last summer included some assumptions about what would happen this school year. Most importantly, how many students would actually enroll, because that's the single most important determinant in budget limits and funding for Arizona school districts. Budget revisions typically happen in December and or May, and school districts are required to revise their budget in December if the budget that's been adopted is more than 1% higher than the limits calculated by the Department of Education. Fortunately for us, that was not the case, so we didn't need to revise in December. And this budget revision will really align our budget with what has happened so far year to date, with less than 2 months left to go in fiscal year 2026. So what has happened this year compared to what we assumed in the budget? This budget revision includes updates for our actual weighted average daily membership, which is higher than was assumed in the budget. Some one-time funding that was not assumed in our budget because we proposed our budget before the state budget was passed last year. That budget ended up being a little bit more favorable than we assumed in our budget, and so we can include that funding in our budget now with this revision. And beginning fund balance or carry forward that was a little bit higher than we assumed when our budget was created last summer. We're typically pretty conservative with our carry forward numbers and can now true up to what the actual numbers are now that the books are closed for last year. When it comes to our weighted average daily membership, that's a number that accounts for the headcount enrollment essentially, and then also add-on weights that are assigned to certain students that have special education needs or English learner needs. And our actual weighted average daily membership was 1.7% higher than we assumed in our budget. We projected 2% growth. Our weighted ADM is actually up about 3.7%, but there's an interesting kind of breakdown within that number. Our regular education weighted average daily membership, which follows headcount enrollment pretty closely, was actually slightly lower than what we budgeted. So budgeted 2%, the actual growth was about 1.7%. But then our Group B add-on weighted average daily membership, which is where the additional funding weights for students with special education needs and other needs shows up, was much higher than we projected. So more than 10% higher than the 2% that we assumed in the budget. And that's really been driven by outsized growth in our special education student population in the district. In particular, this last year, we saw an increase of about 45 students with autism, and that's a category that receives an add-on funding weight of 6. And so the growth in that population more than offset our regular education average daily membership being a little bit lower than what we assumed last summer. One-time funding I mentioned that was included in the state budget that we didn't assume would be there when our budget was proposed last year. That includes some add-on funding for students that are eligible for free or reduced price lunch, some one-time funding for district additional assistance, which is a formula that funds district capital needs, and then also a one-time state aid supplement that's now part of the ongoing state budget. So those are things that we didn't assume would be there last June, made it into the state budget, and looking ahead to next month when we budget for fiscal year 2027, we likely will assume that those will be there because they become ongoing funding beginning in fiscal year 2028 for the state. So it's a little bit less risky to assume them next year, and all indications are, so far, things seem very positive. I also mentioned that our fund balance was a bit higher than we projected last summer. So taking those adjustments into consideration and looking at our year-to-date spending and commitments for the rest of the year, our projected ending fund balance for the Maintenance Operations Fund will be $6.9 million, and the Unrestricted Capital Fund will be $15.4 million. And that, combined with our other reserves, leaves us in a very strong position for financial reserves. As a district, we strive to maintain a fund balance of between 20% and 30% of operating expenditures. And this budget projects an ending unassigned fund balance of about $19 million, which would be 24.5% of operating expenditures. Looking at resources that we have in other funds that provide financial stability, maybe slightly less flexibility than our unassigned fund balance, but still definitely reserves that would support us in a difficult financial situation. Those reserves total an additional $22 million, and so we stay in a very strong position with our financial reserves. So this is the only budget revision that we'll have for fiscal year 2026, but we still have a little ways to go on closing the books for this year. Our annual financial report will be on the governing board agenda in October. That's required to be done by October 15th of each year. And that's an unaudited document, so a few months after that, we'll have the results of our third-party audit on the governing board agenda for fiscal year 2026 in February of 2027. So a ways to go to close the books on this year, but believe it or not, we'll already be starting this process for next year, next month, when we propose a budget for fiscal year 2027. With that, I'm happy to answer any questions that you have about our revised budget for fiscal year 2026.
No questions, just appreciate you taking the time to go through all of that and explain that in a way that's coherent to us, because it is much more complicated than that in reality. So thank you to you, thank you to Ashley.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, and next is call to the public. Do we have any today? Okay. And moving on to our consent agenda. Do I have a motion?
Motion?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
And for board consideration or action, first we have a vote on the revised budget as just explained by Charlie.
Motion?
Second?
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we have support staff notices of indefinite term appointment.
Motion.
Second?
Did you want to say something? Okay. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
The administrative contracts for principals.
Motion?
Second?
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, President Abeg. This rounds out all of our employment agreements for the year you just approved around 450 classified staff members, notices of appointment, and our 10 principals for 2-year contracts. And so thank you for your support of our staff in approving these agreements. We started in February, so we greatly appreciate it. And we obviously, here tonight, we approved the principals that are here, but we also have 450 incredible employees out there that we depend on, and they do outstanding work for us.
Well, and thank you to all the principals with the principal day, and also for signing contracts, making this the amazing district that it is, and to all the staff that are coming back, and to the HR department for all your work that you're doing in making sure that we're so well staffed. Okay, moving on to number 4, our 26-27 Classroom Site Fund Performance Pay Plan.
Motion? Second?
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
The new Assistant Cafeteria Manager position.
Motion?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
2027 Arizona School Board's Legislative Committee recommendations.
Motion.
Second?
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right, and we're to comments. We'll start down at the end with Mrs. Bell.
Okay, I can't believe we're in May. It's the end of the school year. You did it. Congratulations, and thank you so much for taking care of our kids and keeping them safe and educating them and helping them all feel like this is all the schools. As I went on the tours and as I talk to people and get to know people and meet kids from all over and my different places I go and coaching and things, we're just so fortunate as a community to have these 9, almost 10 amazing schools and amazing people looking out for the schools and all the kids there. So thank you so much for all you do. Happy Staff and Teacher Appreciation Week and month, and it should be every day according to me, but thank you guys for all you do. Finish out strong the year and have a good though sometimes too small break, but I hope it's restful and they have a great break. Thanks so much again for all you guys do.
Ms. Getzke.
I can't believe it's time for you to return custody to parents. That just came so fast, but to look back on the year, like to see every school's spotlight, like it's my favorite part of the meeting in Desert Meadows. What a cool, like fascinating what those 8th graders can do and where they're going to be, and knowing how much like AI is taking over the world and they're just so integrated in technology. It's so cool. It's one of my favorite things. Thank you for keeping our kids safe and our teachers and our staff. I've loved driving around to the different schools and seeing all of the progress being made. We did a tour this morning of Living Traditional Academy. I've seen Vista, obviously, like buildings going up and fencing going up, and then the fencing at Desert Meadows. And again, thank you to the taxpayers and everybody who votes for our overrides and bonds, because those things would not be possible without everybody's help. It's there's even been a couple of social media posts that I've seen, like, hey, thinking about coming to Libyan Elementary Schools, and I feel like a couple years ago there wasn't as like, you know, as positive comments, but like people on there are just like raving about our schools. I'm sure there's a couple that, you know, may not be are what we feel like the schools are, but like people really have good thoughts about our schools, and I think that we're lucky to have the best district in the state, hands down. So I hope you guys have a great summer, and that's it.
We get to do tonight one of my favorite things, which is providing the administrative contracts for our principals. You guys have incredibly difficult jobs, and you will notice that probably over the last, how many years have I been doing this? 11, 12, 13 years, that I'm the one who motions that one, because that one's incredibly important to me. All of our administrators are incredibly important to me, along with all of our staff, but principals, you really do have tough jobs. You're sort of you know, in the middle of a lot of things, and it takes a special skill set to be able to support all of the staff that you guys have on a school site, to support your students and try and keep that the focus of everything that everyone's doing all the time. So happy to be able to provide your contracts. There are not a lot of districts who do 2-year contracts for principals, so hopefully you know that that's what you guys mean to us, that's what you guys mean to the administration of the district. And we'll be back in here in June, which is hard to believe. The children will be running amok, and maybe we'll run amok too.
Well, I wanted to just highlight a couple things. I've been busy the last few weeks checking out a lot of the different great things that are happening in the school district. And so, you know, we talk a lot about things of ELA and math, and so I just wanted to highlight like the arts. And so the art show, it was incredibly great to come and see just the different ways kids can show their talent, the different art things. I'm totally impressed with this section over here with these portraits and how they're words. And so that's just, I know Dr. Sprout had pointed that out to me, and I'm really still just kind of in awe about how that was done. So kudos to all the art piece. But then also the band, I was able to join Desert Meadows the one evening to hear their band concert, and just to be able to hear the progression of kids learning. It took me back to my days of when I started to learn an instrument, and just how awful it was to begin with. But it's neat to be able to hear the kids just progress in their learning, and they're excited about it, and just to see the growth in numbers of kids who are excited about learning an instrument and wanting to partake on that piece. And so then also, again, last night, just highlighting the science and engineering fair. I took time to really read through a lot of the projects. If you need a judge, let me know. But just how impressed I am with the kids who did stay there with their projects and be able to explain what they did and answer questions. And they're just very knowledgeable and very excited about the student who did win overall, because I was really impressed with the time she took. You could tell it wasn't a project that she just did overnight or in a week. She definitely had to spend some time working on that. So it's really neat to see the dedication our kids are in wanting to learn something, and that is attributed to a lot of our teachers who are teaching these kids, so happy Teacher Appreciation Week. It is well-deserved. You deal with a lot of different things, a lot of different backgrounds that these kids come from, and so just thank you for being dedicated to do this day after day and making an impact for our future leaders and in our community.
Thank you. All right, well, here we are at the end of the year. I'm looking at this Building Future sign back here and thinking about the year that we've had with this theme and everything that we see in the district building the futures for our individual students. And I've loved seeing, as everyone's talking about this, all the things and the things we've seen out on campuses with the band and stop motion and gardening and making a coleslaw. We were there this week getting to taste a coleslaw. There's there's so many unique things so that our students, no matter what their interests are or what their talents are, they have a place to express that if they're looking for it. We have the athletics and just so many unique things to build the futures for these kids. And I really appreciate everything that all of you do for that. And from our newest employees to our most experienced. I haven't been a principal before, but I know Dr. Sprout has told me multiple times what a big step that is to become a principal and how difficult that is. One of the most, from what I hear, one of the most difficult jobs you can have out there, and quite the transition to go into that. So I hope you know that it's really appreciated all that you do, and it is communicated to us all. Not all, I'm sure that can't be communicated, but a lot of what you're doing, just how difficult a job that you have and how well you do it. So truly appreciate all of you in this room, on site and in the office, district office. So I hope that you guys get a little break and enjoy it. And we're excited for all that you've done this year and ready to look forward to the next year as well. Thank you for being here. All right. We are done with our comments. We are going to no call public, right, for non-agenda items, and future meetings will be June 11th, 4:30 in June this year, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's also will go on to adjournment. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.